আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট। সৌজন্যে নীলাজ হোম লিমিটেড, প্রবাসে মায়ের হাতের ছোঁয়া।
Welcome back to the ILFL Soccer Night Show. We're going to take a break from what we normally do. I said we're going to talk about the Vets League, and we are going to do that. But right now, I'd like to introduce the two guests to the show. On my left, I've got Habib and Rabil, the chair and vice chair of the Shapler Football League. Good evening to you, gents.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for making the effort to travel all the way down here, because you've come a long way to be here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that they have enough time to explain to you guys out there why they're here. It's definitely a partnership that we got involved with last season. We want to see it grow, we want to see it established, and we want to give you enough time to know what they're doing and how you might be able to get involved with that. Cameras, make sense of my nonsense. What am I talking about?
No, I mean, if we let Habib obviously start introduce himself, they've been around a lot longer than us, so you know they're an established outfit. So
the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, I appreciate you guys inviting us and giving us the opportunity nationally to let people know who we are and what we do. My name is Habib. As you introduced me, I'm the chair for Shapler Football League, and my colleague to my left is Rabil. He's my vice chair. We've been running a Sunday football league now. This is our 22nd season. We initially started with 6 teams, believe it or not, and the whole purpose and the aim of the league was to lay a platform, or give a platform for Bangladeshi community to play and be involved in football. There was lots of teams in and around the Midlands that were playing football, but they weren't playing structured football. They'd like, with their friends on a Sunday, have a kickabout in the park, or play friendlies with each other, or if they had contacts from other teams in the country, they'd play with those with and against those teams. There came a point where it got a bit stale, so some colleagues got together and they thought of the idea of why not have a league and structured football for Bangladeshi players to express themselves. When the league initially started, it was only for Bangladeshi community. Since then, we've grown. After about 2 seasons, we realized that we needed to open the door for other communities to be involved, not only to make the league bigger and greater, but also to give exposure to our players and let our players learn from other players. When you're playing against teams from other communities, you learn from them. Absolutely. And you grow as well. Absolutely. And your confidence grows as well. Now the league, it's an open league, and for the last 14 seasons we've had our league, but we also have a cup final, and this is our kind of like creme de la creme. We have the cup final at Aston Villa Football Club.
Fantastic.
And it's known as the Villa Cup, and we've been having the cup final there for 14 seasons.
Excellent. Good stuff. That's real progress, isn't it?
Yeah. And the thing is, we've kind of like, we've met the aim of kind of like giving Bangladeshis a platform to play football, but what we've also done as well, it's an open league now. It's not a league just for the Bangladeshi community. It's an open league, and there's teams from all communities that are playing in the league now.
Which is just like how we have down here with the ILFL. So how are you looking to now progress the relationship you have with ILFL?
Okay, obviously we've got a wonderful relationship with ILFL. Camrys I've known for a while now through football. We've even toured together in 2010, I believe it was Camrys. We toured in Bangladesh, and that's where I got to know him even better. And we were discussing, believe it or not, from about 2010 we've been discussing doing things together. And last year we participated in the Champions League. We had 3 teams from Shapler League that took part in the Champions League. And then obviously we had a unified Shapler Birmingham team that played in the UK Bangladeshi Championship. And what we want to do, we want to continue with that. We want to continue to participate in the Champions League. We want to continue to participate in the UK Bangladeshi Championship, and we will be having a planning meeting later on this evening. What we'll be doing, we'll be evaluating last season's tournament, and we'll be planning the forthcoming season's tournament. And obviously we'll be discussing other links that we can, anything that could make our league better, and anything that we could support the brothers in ILFL with, we'll be doing that.
That's fantastic, and great to hear. Cameras, I have to turn to you now. I mean, this is great stuff that I'm hearing here from Habib, and obviously, like I said, we're looking to go forward now. The UK Bangladesh Championship last season, was great. It was good. It was a great eye opener for a lot of people. It didn't happen for a little while, but now it's been resurrected. How can that whole thing now move forward in partnership with Shapler and other organisations?
I mean, last year was the first year. It was the inaugural year between the three organisations, Shapler, ILFL, and MK Galacticos. And I've got to say, MK Galacticos have really set a benchmark for everyone else to follow. You know, the first season with 15 teams entering. All the group stages being held in one venue, and the final in MK Dons. I mean, the whole atmosphere and the whole event was just electrifying. They really have set the best mark for everyone to follow. And this year, you know, we're fortunate to be hosting it in London, so we've really got a lot of hard work to do for us to meet what the MK guys have done. And I'm sure with the help of Shapler and MK Galacticos, we'll make it, you know, if not better, equally as good as it was last year. Just to add, I mean, there's a very strong relationship personally between Habib and I, and obviously between Shapler and ILFL. They've also participated in our Unity Cups as well. You know, further than that, we play in tournaments and competitions together. We play in exhibition games. So, you know, there's a strong relationship, and through football and through sort of networking, we'll try to improve and better that going forward as well.
Rabu, if I can turn to you, I know as the vice chair, when the head man here wants to take a rest and pass all the you know, responsibility over to you, it's a lot of hard work that goes into maintaining an organisation like this and keeping it going for the length of time it has. I mean, this is not just a bit part organisation here, is it?
No, it is. Like you say, it is run by the very hard working volunteers, you know, and the league's going strength to strength. Like you said, I'm just being shadow man of Habib, and I think great to be his colleague. Yeah, he does loads of hard work, and yes, you know, we're going since 1990. This is our 22nd season, and we start with the 6th, and you know, like you say, we play our cup final at the Villa Park, and we also have a second cup, which is we play the local venue, and that's like going to get knocked out from the main cups. And there's another cup for them as well. But the main aim is to promote really Bangladeshi footballers, and that's where we started it. And like Habib says, the structure football, and I think we are lacking on that as well at this moment of time. It's only we can encourage these people to, you know, participate. Maybe have it with we have another plans, which is have a Bangla Summer League. Maybe we have just for the Bangladeshi to come and play in that league, and they can play in a different league as well as the Shapler League as well.
So let's talk about something, you know, let's put some meat on the bones of some of this. It's great what you're doing up there. I mean, we're from down here, we're in London. I won't pretend to know a lot about what's going on up in Birmingham and up in the Midlands in general. How is Bengali football represented up there? Is there a great following, is a great mainstream following? Have you got, you know, the few who are playing at higher levels? I mean, how is it all developing up there?
I'll be honest with you. Bangladeshi football at the moment, it's not at its great heights as it was when I myself was playing maybe 15, 20 years ago. It has kind of like taken a bit of a dip. But that's where we come in, and organisations like ILFL and other brothers across the country that are trying the best to develop and kind of like grow it. The buzz that was there when we were playing, unfortunately at the moment it's not there. We are competing with PlayStation. We're competing with other sports and other things that young people are involved in. But as Robu says, one of the things that we want to try and do is to encourage more Bangladeshi young people to participate in football. We are talking at the moment in the planning stages of having a Bangla Summer League, and also there is an ex-player that I used to play with. He has actually started an academy, and the great thing is that 80% of the participants of the academy are Bangladeshi, and we've got as young as 4 to as old as 15, and we've got a strong membership of about 200 young people. I myself coach there. And what's really positive to see is parents, mothers, fathers, grandparents bringing their children along and supporting it and staying and watching them. So that's kind of like what I'm looking at. I think we're looking at grassroots, and it's going to have to develop from there. And hopefully from there, the managers that manage in our teams, in our league, we can say to them, look, there's the next future star for your team. Come and have a look. If you have a look at a 15-year-old, maybe he can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he can be your future player. So we're just trying to re-energize it again.
You know what? That's the right thing to do. I mean, so a little bit of what you're saying there can be echoed down here.
I was going to say, add to that point, David. If you look at last year's completion of the UK Bangladesh Championship, when West Yorkshire won the tournament, 2 weeks after that, they didn't have a youth team. But because of the buzz and the interest it created, 2 weeks later, West Yorkshire boys were telling me now they got under youth team, under 16, under 8, which they didn't have before. So projects like these actually encourage and gets the buzz, gets the parents, get the kids want to play football. So hopefully, if we continue with those projects in the coming years, then we'll get the youth coming in and there'll be more buzz, more players coming through the system, and hopefully in the future.
And great if we can give it the national exposure as we are now
because,
as well.
to be honest, the project we did last year between the 3 organisations, 15 teams from all throughout UK, that's a massive tournament.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And the atmosphere when we had the group stage, it was brilliant.
It was excellent.
Because everyone wanted to talk to each other. Although we were playing league games, we were all talking where you're from, etc. It was nice.
Yeah.
I think that was, for me, that was the best day.
Definitely. I think for me, just going into the UK Bangladeshi thing, championship that we held, the greatest thing for me was we had, in the past when we've had it, they were dominated by teams from London and a team from Midlands, that was it. But this year was the first time where we had 15 different regions that were represented, and that was the beauty of it. And as the brother says, the networking that happened, phenomenal. I mean, I could say 80% of the brothers that were there I didn't know, so I just went about introduce myself, and the networking that we did, and they wanted to find out what we were doing, we wanted to find out what they were doing, and the learning that was happening between each other was excellent.
It was a great networking event. Even I met people, lots of people who I didn't know, and I found it was all fantastic. And it's good to have you down here to promote what you're doing, and it's nice for us to hear what's going on. Let's not be ignorant. London is a big place, but it isn't the whole world, and it's nice to hear what's being promoted right around the country. And we're grateful for Shapla coming down this evening. They're going to stick around into the final segment of the show, where we're going to conclude and round up everything that happened last week, and look forward to fixtures next week, and also get a final word from the boys. So stick around, we're going to be right back after this short break.
আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL সকার নাইট, সৌজন্যে নীলাজ হোম লিমিটেড, প্রবাসে মায়ের হাতের ছোঁয়া।